With late breaking news from the floor of Terrificon in Uncasville, Connecticut at Mohegan Sun, Tom Pimentel, Luke Chapelaine, the Take12 podcast returns.
Thank you, Chris. Dynamite drop in. So some news today out of TV. Disney and Gina Carano reached a settlement in the high-profile Mandalorian lawsuit. Los Angeles, August 8th. Walt Disney Company and its subsidiary Lucasfilm have quietly settled the federal lawsuit filed by actress Gina Carano, ending the legal battle stemming from her dismissal from The Mandalorian in 2021, according to the Wall Street Journal Business Insider. Carano, who played Cara Dune in the first two seasons of the Disney Plus series, was fired early in 2021 over a series of controversial social media posts. He can handle it. Let your kids play with guns. Over a series of controversial social media posts, the most incendiary compared the treatment of political conservatives in the United States to that of Jewish people during the Holocaust. Lucasfilm had publicly denounced her posts as abhorrent and unacceptable. In February 2024, Carano filed a wrongful termination and gender discrimination lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm, seeking both reinstatement and damages, reportedly around $75,000, which is pennies. She was backed financially by Elon Musk and supporters who framed the suit as a defense of free expression. The settlement includes a joint court filing requesting dismissal of the case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled. Neither party disclosed the financial terms or other specifics of the agreement. In a statement from Lucasfilm and Disney, Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff. With the lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the near future. Gina Carano expressed that the resolution was the best outcome for all parties involved, extended thanks to Elon Musk, a man I've never met, for funding the lawsuit, and signaled her eagerness to move on artistically. The case drew attention as a high-profile clash over corporate values, personal expression, and political identity. It also spotlighted Musk's role in financing high-stakes litigation for users on his platform. While the settlement doesn't guarantee Carano's return to the Star Wars universe, Disney's language suggesting renewed partnership has sparked speculation that her character or other roles could be revived in future projects. That's a big win for anybody artistically who's hoping to have a voice, and people that disagree with them are able to have some sort of control. And this is wrong one way or the other. It doesn't matter whose opinions you have or whatever you share. If you're firing employees because they're sharing opinions, it is wrong. I had a teacher in high school who used to grade us wrong on opinion papers because he used to tell stories about Jesus and the apostles wrestling with each other and playing soccer. Ever heard of soccer in the Bible? This guy had little bits of fan fiction that he would tell us about how the apostles would, I shit you not, would take their shirts off and they would play soccer and they would wrestle with each other.
Are we sure it wasn't volleyball?
Dude, I wish it had been. But this guy was serious, and then he would give you assignments and he'd say, what is your opinion on this? And you would give him your opinion and he'd give you like a 40 because it disagreed with his opinion. That's not an opinion piece, folks. Not an opinion piece. And if you're in business and you're in a creative circle and you want people to have a voice and you're silencing people for having a voice, you don't belong in the creative environment at all. You're just, it goes beyond making it personal. So I would love to see Gina Carano come back. Other than Bo-Katan in the series, I think she was one of the best characters that they had, and I think she was a big draw for the company. Hopefully,
absolutely.
Hopefully they'll make a right decision. I know she had so many fans when she first came out, especially after her first episode where she meets back up with the Mandalorian. They go to that village and they rescue everybody in that village. And the best part is, like, she was doing all of her own stunts. I don't know. I have respect for somebody like that can do it, and it's too bad people aren't able to put their personal opinions aside and just do work. That is a shame.
Yeah, in her statement, she says, "I hope this brings some healing to the Force."
I love that. That was a well-crafted line by hopefully an attorney that appreciated the Star Wars universe, and hopefully it will be. What is this? We got something up on the screen here. Am I going to read this one?
Well, I was going to say one of the possible witnesses in the case included Pedro Pascal,
yes, Jon
Jon Favreau, Bear Gillis, and Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. Now, I had read other articles where, like, they all came out and supported her for saying what they did. I think it probably works for everybody involved because a lot of people on that show said some wild shit on social media. So, maybe they need to write in some better clauses with their employees. But again, how could you possibly stop people from speaking freely, on their own channels? I don't know. It's a slippery slope. Just make fucking Star Wars movies again, and please make them better.
Yes.
Please make them better.
Except we don't like it when Brendan Wayne tells us the Celtics suck.
I mean, again, he can have his own opinions, right? They can shoot the Lakers to the moon, but he's a Dodgers fan. He can have his own opinions. It's fine. It's fine. So, I'm sorry, we got is there a read on the screen? Okay, yeah. Attention all heroes, villains, and creative crusaders. Are your posters looking more Clark Kent than Superman? Then it's time to level up with E3 Graphic Design, the ultimate secret weapon in custom Photoshop and movie poster magic. Whether you're designing your next blockbuster, revamping your cosplay brand, or just want your con memories to look epic, Eli Ellis at E3 Graphic Design has the super skills to bring your vision to life. Need grass design too? Yep, from Photoshop to lawn layout, this guy covers everything. Because at E3, if you can dream it, Eli can design it. From concept art to cosplay posters, E3 Graphic Design is your origin story's next chapter. Stop by the booth or scan the QR code and get your graphic greatness started today. That's E3 Graphic Design, where every pixel packs a punch. Designed by Eli Ellis, approved by comic book legends, powered by creativity. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Photoshop packs a punch. That was good. I'm expecting Eli to burst through the wall. Oh yeah, smoke a joint and then fall on his face. Seriously, if you want a Photoshop artist that knows anything about grass, it's Eli Ellis. The grass has never been greener.
He's in Vermont, after all.
All right, so we're getting close to the end of the day, wrapping up Saturday. The size of the crowds have diminished considerably. There was a few steady waves of people that have come here throughout the day. Very busy, lots of shopping. But now it's kind of getting to the end of the day. Very busy Saturday. Lots of great guests. There we go. People still out there. Here's Boba Fett. There he is. Thank you. How the hell did he get the New Zealand accent? Do you know that guy? Do you know that guy? Looks great. I like him right where he is.
Ah, I get that reference.
That dude had a New Zealand accent.
I could not hear him.
You didn't?
No.
It sounded like the cartoon. Like it sounded like the Clone Troopers. That was really good. I don't know if that is something that they do in the voice modulators, or he was doing a New Zealand impression through a modulator.
4K no las dos.
Either way, well done. That was good. I like that. I like those little interactions with the fans. What do we got? The Teamsters are here.
I'd be curious to know what things look like at that Fan Expo. I know there's been a lot of competition, obviously, with the cons falling on the same day, and it looked like Terrificon had a strong start, but to your point, what we're seeing now with still an hour and a half left until doors close, it's definitely not what we've experienced in years past.
So,
I mean, there's a lot of high-powered talent at Boston Expo today. You got Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor there.
those are two big doozies, but I will say this. I know a lot of people, what they don't care about in Boston is you have to pay an absurd amount of money to park your car. There's limited parking there. You're in the city. Everything is way more expensive. So I know that that's a big negative. Oh, we just missed him. I know that's a big negative for Fan Expo Boston, but and the other part is too, so people that would normally say, well, I'll make the 2-hour ride to Connecticut for Terrificon. If you've got one that's 20, 30 minutes away, you're not gonna come down here, you know? What else? What's happening here? People shopping for comics. All right.
We got a Rebel Starfighter helmet.
Yeah.
We got us.
There we are.
And there we are.
There we are. So I was. This isn't a fucking name drop at all. I was texting Brendan Wayne the other day, and I said, "What's the deal? What's the deal with the movie? Are you done? What's going on?" And he said, "Yes." He said they are done. He also said he's working on another movie. Now,
expand on what he was just working on.
They made a Mandalorian and Grogu film. So they were going to do more of the Mando TV series, which they still might. But I'm willing to bet it's probably based on the performance of the standalone Mandalorian Grogu movie. Now, he said he was working on another movie. I don't know if it meant another Star Wars movie or just another movie. But the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is in the can, as it were.
I'm hoping that we get some of the original Mandalorian action that we did from like season 1 and less of the sort of direction that season 2 took. Season 2 had a very weak beginning and middle, in my opinion. It ended strongly, but it was a little all over the place. And the episode with the cameos with what was it, Lizzo, Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd. It didn't fit in the overall story, and the entire first episode of season 2 could have been deleted entirely and not had any impact on the story. It didn't have the same cohesion that season 1 did.
So I will say, when you start to see bullshit cameos like that, that is normally like a season 6 thing where they've gotten so big that they're like, oh, everybody wants to come and we're going to give everybody a cameo and shit. Like, there should be an exception where if somebody like Jack Black wants to come on to Star Wars, that they should say, yeah, but you have to be in a suit. We have to put you in makeup. Like, you have to be an alien or something.
Yeah,
right?
at least James Bond was under a stormtrooper mask.
You're damn right. You know what? That's a great point. And I was just going to say
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg is probably one of the best examples of a selfless star that wanted to be in Star Wars but didn't want to detract from him being in Star Wars, right?
What about Bill Burr? He wasn't that bad. He didn't take away.
Bill Burr. Oh my God. Bill Burr did that show at gunpoint. Until he saw it at home, he thought he was in Star Trek.
I will say I did like his performance there.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did. Can't say I knew that he thought it was Star Trek, but...
Yeah? You got your little handshake and your Wookiees and all that shit? Is that right? Huh? Flying off in your Millennium Falcons? You don't know what you're talking about. He turned into angry Boston guy pretty quickly in that show. I thought his character was great. That speech he had at the table, that was Quint's speech from the Indianapolis, right? His war story speech, and then obviously they gave him a great. He really ended that conversation appropriately, where he blasted him in the chest.
Farewell and adieu, go good ladies of Tatooine.
They got a little too carried away, I thought, with the action ensemble meetups and team ups. I think in the last season.
At least they haven't had a sing-along episode yet.
Oh boy!
Don't put that energy out into the universe, Chris.
Or a Christmas special.
Don't.
Why'd you
put
say yet?
that.
Yet is not the word
I would like to see more of Cobb Vanth. Right? I thought he was the guy from Justified.
Walton Goggins?
No.
Timothy Olyphant?
Timothy Olyphant. Yes. This guy walking away with my dynamite? There you go. Okay.
He's
Just
going
pick
to
up the props.
He's going to try to blow Han Solo out of the carbonite with a dynamite.
Blow Han Solo?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Unreal. Okay. Christ, I wouldn't even do... If that was my wife's dynamite, I would ask her before I picked it up at home. I'm not kidding. And then she would go, you don't have... That's our dynamite. You don't have to ask me to pick that up. And I'll be like, sorry, I know, babe. I'm just, I'm trying to be polite.
I
Help
feel like you
yourself to
should just
dynamite.
ask in general when handling dynamite. It seems maybe that you shouldn't just be handling dynamite.
Guys, real quick, is this live?
My brother was telling me about how a place received a mysterious package. And
Tell the folks what your brother does, so you don't think
No.
he's a baggage handler at JetBlue. Go ahead.
So my brother is a bomb tech, and he received a call about a mysterious package at a school that had been delivered, and the local security was like, "No, it's all good." Shook it. Nothing happened.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, what?
It was ticking, but we shook it until it stopped.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
maybe not the life choice that I would have made, but
Yikes. It takes all kinds.
Is it A sharp or B flat?
What were we talking about? Cobb Vanth, Timothy Olyphant. I liked that episode. I thought it was good. I like the gunslinger type.
right.
Episodes.
He was the one in the mining town who took over. He thought it was another
had Boba Fett's armor.
Mandalorian, and it was yes.
Yeah.
Yep. There we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked his whole thing. I wish we could see some more of that.
I want to see more of the kids on the
No.
mopeds.
No. No.
Fucking Christ.
They took Boba Fett's return, and the Mandalorian was phenomenal. I loved everything about that. But when you have the season of your standalone show for your character, where the original characters come in and take over the show and end up making it like season 1.5 of Mandalorian, and it was all over the place. It was like, yeah, we're just gonna throw a bunch of cool stuff together and see what happens, and then space mopeds, and then Danny Trejo's gonna come in for a little bit and hang out.
So I know I'm a broken record, but talk about betraying your personal beliefs in changing the show. Boba Fett was supposed to be the biggest badass in Star Wars, right? And then he crawled out of the Sarlacc pit. We were waiting 30 years for that, right? And then when he finally gets out, he decides to go into local government. Boba Fett goes into local government. And what's he decide to do? He decides to make the town better. So they, once again, they took a villain and they tried to make him into something that he wasn't, something that the writers wanted him to be.
Which they still could have accomplished that, but doing it artistically and significantly better. Not, like you said, not in the way that they did.
Yeah, oh no, I got a great example. I'm going to let you finish.
Oh yeah, talk from the lens of he could still come in and be the villain, the guy who gets stuff done. It makes sense for him to do some of that because it's his infrastructure. He can still run a criminal empire, but there's some of those elements where if you reduce and control, where he can still accomplish good things, but to benefit himself and his criminal empire. Because quality of life going on for the citizens, they produce more, but he still holds them under his thumb. And if someone gets in his way, then you eliminate the competition ruthlessly.
Well, I understand that, but I don't want to see meetings in Star Wars.
No,
right?
Don't want that.
Do you remember how Game of Thrones ended? Around a table.
I try not to think about how Game of Thrones.
It ended around a table with people coming up with ideas. That's how it ended, right? So you want to say you should show him do good, right? What if he befriended a young kid that was also an orphan, right? So he saw a lot of himself in this kid, right? And then he takes this kid under his wing, but he teaches the kid how to be a bounty hunter, almost like The Professional with Leon, right? So, but you do it so you look like he is helping this kid and he's taking care of him, but he's turning the kid into a killer just like him.
In the concert of leadership, are you a backup singer or the headliner? Every audience deserves rock star leadership. Lead like the boss, Andy Freed's guide to electrifying communication. Learn to inspire from boardroom to stadium. Pre-order now at leadliketheboss.com and unleash your inner boss.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop scrolling. There we go. Hi, my name is Andy Freed, and I've got a podcast, 5 Minutes with Andy. You've probably already been scrolling through Facebook for 5 minutes. Take a minute right now to sign up for my podcast and use the next 5 minutes to learn about AI, more effective communication, hiring better, or things that could make you a better leader. Hope you'll sign up today.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
What's your name?
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. I'm Thomas. That's Luke.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
It's the Take12 podcast. Mm-hmm. So we bring people on that are creators and artists and actors and things like that to showcase their talents. This is a fantastic robot. Did you make this yourself?
I made it from a kit.
Okay.
So I got the parts from Etsy. It was a kit from Etsy. A lot of the parts for Servo are really hard to come by, at least the originals. Fortunately, some great people out there have made resin casts and sell those for creators to finish the build. So I basically got a pile of parts, and then I provided the paint and did all the assembly.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Why this cosplay?
It's been one of my favorite shows since I was a kid. It really got me through high school, and I'd always wanted to build a bot because that's a big part of Mystery Science Theater.
So
the fans, there's not a lot of merch out there, so they kind of make their own,
So fun fact, Luke is part animatronic. We're not going to tell you which parts. Well, okay. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Are you capable of watching bad TV and film without talking out loud?
It's hard.
I am with you. Yes, I'm with you. There's nothing more validated than watching that show and seeing them tear apart bad TVs and films.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's sometimes in a most endearing way as well. Like, even bad movies have a lot of heart in them sometimes.
Of course. You guys watch Joe Don Baker movies?
Yep.
Not that specifically, but Tom and I have a myriad of text exchanges of we'll be watching movies like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
What's happening here? Mm-hmm. Why are they doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, if I'm in a movie theater and there's other people who paid for the privilege to be there, I try to keep it to a minimum.
Yeah.
If it's me and my friends, I'll be like, may I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You bottle it up and then you unload on the ride home or wherever you go next.
Yeah. No, that's another one. I'll be like, I have some things to say. They're like, I'm sure you do.
Yes.
Me in the theater with my notebook. Save this for later.
Oh,
We can talk about this.
What was I going to say? I just introduced my kids to the movie Mac and Me. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. They did it a couple of years ago.
Did they really?
Yeah. It's on the newer
going?
seasons. They're not currently making a season. They've been kickstarting and crowdfunding.
What a shame.
The recent seasons.
Like no network wants to let them do that. right? Honestly, it can't cost that much, right?
Film
fair.
rights, and then they just do their own productions
What a
and stuff
shit.
like that.
You know, I would hope it's like a Weird Al Yankovic thing where, like, if Weird Al wants to record your song, he comes to the artist, says, hey, can I do this? They know what he's doing well enough to, like, give them his blessing to do it, right? Why wouldn't film be the same way?
They talk about the Weird Al effect in the Weird Al biopic.
Oh, yeah. With Daniel...
Radcliffe.
Right.
I
yes.
almost said... No, Radcliffe.
Daniel Stern.
No, Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
I almost said Daniel
Harry
Craig.
Potter.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talk about the Weird Al effect, and he does their song, and it blows up. Why not see if we can get the same thing going with Mystery Science Theater in these movies?
I fully agree. I'm on board with this.
There's a market for it.
There is.
It might be slightly cultish, but, you know.
That's one of the strongest markets of all.
True.
Right?
We need a Blu-ray high-def transfer of EGA.
Yeah. Watch out for snakes.
Some of the best times I had with my friends was sitting around and just doing that, just talking out loud.
Oh, yeah.
And making fun of movies. But so I show. I try to teach my kids about movies and why they were made and what was happening at the time. So I never just put on a movie and say, let's watch this.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
I give them a backstory. I tell them, how it was made and what was going on at the time.
Can you tell the story about Twister and the Lock?
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, it's a good life lesson, I think. So my son and daughter are both infatuated with, like, tornadoes and hurricanes, right? And we watch, like, all the storm chasing videos and stuff, and they love it. So I'm like, you guys should see the movie Twister. So I show them Twister, kind of forgetting, maybe not appreciating the opening scene where the dad is, trying to hold the door closed, right? And, he gets sucked away and the daughter is left there, screaming. And, the kids are just obliterated. And I think it was Charlotte, right? Did Charlotte say? I think Paul cried. And Charlotte said, oh, she's like, please, Paul, stop crying. She goes, I said, Paul, why are you crying? He said, because that was Dad, right? Like he thought it was me. And Charlotte goes, oh, Paul, stop it. If Dad had built that shelter, it never would have broke like that. So matter of fact, right?
Would have been a little more secure than a little slide lock.
You're damn right, Charlotte. That would have been steel, welded door, closed, bolted. There they are. So they were so infatuated with it that they decided to go as the characters from Twister for Halloween. And my buddy photoshopped up the poster. But again, I gave them the backstory and told them all about it. Same thing with Mac and Me, because now they're kind of infatuated with movies that were so bad that they're good, right? It's to understand that concept as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And we watched many YouTube videos about how McDonald's was involved with the movie, and like they gave them, like, they let them shoot at McDonald's, and Ronald McDonald is in the movie, and it's like they're pushing Coke and all Coca-Cola, like not Coke. I mean, there's probably a lot of Coke. You needed a lot of Coke to make that movie, right? Richard Dreyfuss levels of Coke. But like
Carrie Fisher levels of Coke.
Oh, so much Coke. There's a song and dance in them. It's crazy. The kid in the wheelchair gets blown up and killed in the park. It's wild. So
he goes off the cliff at one point.
it's crazy. Yeah. And the best is the Paul Rudd, Conan O'Brien clips.
Yeah.
So, but trying to explain to them how something that is so bad and is so good, and you can sit back and watch something that's terrible and just enjoy the hell out of it, is fantastic.
Yes.
I gotta say, not having not seen that movie.
Oh
what
Christ,
a trip
we're seeing it now.
This rendition was.
Remember the day I explained the plot of Twister to you, and I could not stop laughing because hearing me explain it to someone who had never seen it was so preposterous. I'm like, and then this guy, Bill Paxton, he chases tornadoes, and I'm like, but then there's the thing, Dorothy, and they got to put it in the path, and Luke's like, what the?
You should have just said it was Ocean's 11.
No, not my theory. I wish I had come up with it.
There was a theory we heard about Twister about how it was actually it was a heist movie.
Yeah.
And the Twister was the safe, and they were trying to get the data from it in the form of the Twister data, and so they had to go through all these schemes and shenanigans to be able to break into the vault
With
to
their
retrieve
ragtag band
the
of-
goods
with
their ragtag band.
Yeah.
It's a heist movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's always an explanation of like what the plot of a movie is. Like they say, like when they give you the pitch, like, all right, it's like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea meets Pirates of the Caribbean, and they go, oh yeah, I get that. So someone's immediately has a frame of reference of like what they're hoping to achieve. So yeah, I like that the explanation. So what are some of your favorite movies to either watch or pick apart that you can think of?
Gosh, like episodes or
anything.
I mean, hokey fantasy movies are always
Yes.
just ripe for the picking. I mean, sci-fi, fantasy, anything where there's effects, you
Yeah.
can always kind of goof on that a
And
little
shit
bit.
on wires, like ships
Yeah.
on wires.
Yeah, it's like, is it a 12 gauge? Yeah. But yeah. And any movies that there's just weird, awkward dialogue,
Yes.
just it. It's kind of like people do the callbacks with Rocky Horror.
Right.
Like you just fill it in with like funny stuff.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
it, Janet.
Do you go first? Do I go first? Do you go first?
What was the the movie called Bog? Ever seen the movie Bog?
No, that's
Holy hell!
That sounds
Bog.
familiar. It's not coming to me.
So I'm pretty sure it was the 70s, and it was kind of like a swamp thing, and people getting killed in this bog, and everybody in the movie for some reason is like over 56. All the stars,
That's oddly specific.
all the leads are over 56.
56,
right?
got it.
And but it's like, but they're playing it like everyone's still kind of maybe 28, because like the local sheriff, he's like 56.
Where's my hat? Let me turn it backwards.
Yeah, and like the woman who shows up, I think, who's the medical examiner, she's maybe 56, and then they have like a flirty thing. So you're watching these, but these are people in the 70s that were 56, so they look 100, right? And they're having this flirty banter in like the coroner's office and stuff. It's very, anyway. But there's one of the greatest lines in history where the woman is explaining what could possibly be killing all these people, and the guy goes, "Wait a minute, do you mean to tell me that we could have some sort of Dracula?" That's his line. It's the dumbest delivery, and it's absurd to think a Dracula is involved in killing people in a bog. Right?
Dracula.
Right?
what's the logic there?
Are you telling me that we're dealing with some sort of Dracula? And he does the Dracula before the line. It's so dumb. The movie is filled with dumb lines like that.
Ghost?
And when they kill the people in the bog, the first guy that gets killed in the bog, he gets pulled under the water, and when he comes back up, he's not acting at all. He's so sickened that this swamp water got into his mouth. He comes up, he's being killed. He comes up back to the surface, he's like this, spitting out the bog water. It's hilarious. The movie's terrible. But those movies, so good. Just, they end up killing whatever the creature is. They crash it in between a tree with the sheriff's car. The sheriff crashes the thing in between the tree. It's terrible. It's terrible. Now
So
we
you
gotta
should go and watch it.
we have to watch
absolutely.
Bog. Are you some sort of Dracula? Fantastic.
Very much appreciate you coming up, taking some time.
Yeah,
to
this was
speak with
great.
us.
No problem.
This is great. Kudos to doing a great job. I hope we can see more of Mystery Science Theater
Same.
in the future.
Please.
Bring it
more.
back.
Please.
Bring it back. All right, that's it for the Take12 podcast. Thanks so much for coming on.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What, like my day job?
Yeah.
I'm an entomologist.
Good Lord. Fantastic. Now, this is the best part about coming to shows like this, because we've had many conversations like this. People's passions are not often related to what they do in their real lives, right?
It's true.
And doing something like this is such a great release. It's good for the soul, good for the spirit.
Very.
And being creative is a gift. And never stop being creative and coming to stuff like this and keeping that childlike quality. So I applaud that. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. That is the Take12 podcast. I'm Tom Patel, Light in Chapter Lane, saying good night. Good night.
Good night.